Hello, G fans. This is Damien from Universe G, and uh, I want to go over some ideas related to the storyline and seeing what has developed and seeing the trailer that's come out and the many small trailers that they did for the promotion for the Muto website. And we take a look at the pictures of or stills, I mean, from the trailer itself. You see a lot of things that are very surprising in relations to the story. Some people have already confirmed that Ken Watanabe is going to play actually the or the great grandson of the original Doctor in the 1954 film of Gojira. So it's interesting to see that, and we already know from seeing that this movie's gonna be dark. But interesting is, and I already talk about this, is you see the scene where you see Cranston running, his character running somewhere, and then we can connect that with actually the other photo with Ben O'Shea inside that room. That you can see like a red light behind her, like kind of reddish room. And it's interesting to see her character in there looking in dire straits and looking like something terrible has happened, or like she got locked in there, or something is in there with her, which is something interesting to see about it. And I started thinking, because I've been doing some research on the I've been producing some small 5-minute documentaries on the Godzilla films, on the 29 films, although some people say it's 28 because they don't want to count 1998. But doing that research and looking into King Kong versus Godzilla, originally that story was supposed to be Frankenstein versus Godzilla. The initial when it was first, the idea came up, and then Toho actually was the one that bought the rights to use King Kong, and they switched it around and made King Kong versus Godzilla, which is in actuality really the third film in the series, not the fourth like some people think, because of the American film with Raymond Burr, which was just they added the extra scenes with him, but it was the original Godzilla. But the reason why I want to talk about that is because in the story, this Frankenstein was kind of like a mutation, a mutated humanoid. He looked humanoid. He had legs and arms, and he looked very human-like, but kind of like disfigured with rough skin and stuff. And I find it interesting that in the film, why couldn't they be a humanoid mutant? That's what I'm starting to think about now. Could it be that a human being or somebody also gets mutated into this humanoid creature, this kind of like a Frankenstein, kind of like mutated giant? If you've seen the movie Frankenstein Rules the World, part of the also the Toho films that they made, it would be interesting to see something like that. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like that, but wouldn't it be interesting that somebody becomes or mutated into a large, maybe he's not as big as Godzilla, but something, and it's one of the mutants. Because what I'm trying to get from the film is that since there are going to be different kind of things going on, maybe there is something going on here. Maybe they're bringing the reality of the Godzilla world, because in the Godzilla world there's mutations going on, and they say that there's an updated kind of thing. But we gotta look at the world today. There's been a lot of effects in the ecosystem by nuclear waste, by nuclear weapons, and we also see films related to mutated things. So why wouldn't that be an element also part of the movie? And I just want to throw that out there. I mean, naturally, I don't know exactly what the storyline is. Nobody really knows. But I'm just getting like that feeling that maybe something in there might be like that. I could be totally wrong. Naturally, it could be something totally else. But I just wanted to point that out. I just thought that was, a pretty, kind of cool idea. Maybe that maybe it might be a factor in the movie. Who knows? I mean, but it's interesting to think that, because, like I said, once again, mutations could be anything could be mutated. A person could be mutated, a bird, a dog, anything could be mutated. So who knows where these mutations are happening? Who knows what we're gonna see, and that's what I love about this movie, because there's endless possibilities of what could be the mutated creatures. It might not even be an insect, or it could be an insect like some people are thinking it is. And even though, think about it, even though it doesn't have to be necessarily an insect, other animals can go in through stages of growth, and maybe that's what could be a part of it. That starts one size, and then as it keeps mutating, it starts growing and getting bigger and larger until we get this gigantic mutated creature that's something totally else different. So it's exciting to think about all these things. I just want to share that with you guys to see what you think about it. Tell me what you think. Leave some comments at the bottom. What do you think about that? Could you think that there could be maybe a person might mutate in the movie and become a monster, a giant monster? Could you think that could be possible? So leave your comments down there. I always like to share my ideas with you guys. And thanks for watching watching my videos and coming by the channel. If you haven't subbed me, please sub me, like the buttons, hit whatever you like. I work hard to do all this, and I invite you also to check out my 5 minutes with Godzilla. I keep plugging that. It's a series I'm doing of 5 minute mini documentaries, and I'm doing, remember, on each film. So that you might not like all the films, but I'm gonna do one for every film. So come check it out. You might find something about the film that you love that you didn't know about. I'm looking at a lot of stuff with trivia and things that people might not know about, and I just want to share that. And once again, thanks for watching. And this is Damien for Universe G.